What is up, my fellow Tarhans? I'm Captain Beans, and welcome to HighFleet Builds, where today I'm actually going to feature a build that I have made rather than just make some stupid video about some HighFleet thing. Jam this up your ass. Now this thing right here is what I like to call the Cerberus class ship. And basically it is a custom light interceptor whose weaponry consists of only the finest 37mm... Wait, how do you say this again? CWIS... No, CIWS. Wait. Close-in weapon system. Ah yeah, CIWS. Right, yeah, CWIS guns, basically. And as of now, I'm currently using this design in the Wall of Lead playthrough, where I'm only using 37mm guns. Hence the 37mm guns here that you see here. And if you want to see this thing in action in an actual campaign, go ahead and check out this playthrough right there. But now, where was I? Ah, right, Sea Wizards. No. This ship class is designed to act like a lightning by silently taking out garrisons and committing piracy. Tactically acquiring monetary supplies from enemy convoys. Put your hands up. This is an unarmed robbery. That's right, motherfucker. I'm robbing you with my fat ass. Now, this ship right here features no armor or other defenses like palash or flares, because I don't really use them in the Wall of Lead playthrough, and so this is just kind of the nature of the playthrough. That's why there's no defense systems. But as any light interceptor, it could actually use them, but I've just decided not to, just because I am just like that. But this thing pretty much relies on its speed and maneuverability to dodge enemies and shoot at them. Now, you'll also notice that there's actually quite a few of these fire suppression systems. There's 5 of these things. Now, reason number 1 is that fuel can burn a lot, especially if you get hit, and that's not a good thing. Why don't you just take out the fire with the rain? Come on. But secondly, you can also use fire suppression systems to cool down your thrusters in case your thrusters overheat in battle. And yes, you can actually do that. But okay, enough of talk. Let me show you how this thing actually works in battle. Alright, so right here we have a bit of a selection of ships that you would probably normally see in a typical garrison. So we have an Intrepid, a couple of Courageouses, and a Sarma. Something that is a good test for the Cerberus class. Let's see how she does. Alright, so one thing you'll notice is that this thing can move really easily. And also, one thing is that it can actually brake pretty easily in the air, so you can stabilize your shots. And it can outrun all sorts of enemy salvos. Okay, let's get this Intrepid real quick. The Courageous is dead, one of them anyway. Oop. Here we have an instance where the fuel is burning. We took a little bit of the hit in the below area, but we're fine. Okay, the Sarma, let's deal with it later. Just because... Okay, the Sarma is weak at the bottom, so that's why I'm getting below him. One thing you can also do with CWIS guns is that you can block out enemy fire by shooting at the enemy shells. It doesn't really work with this rebuild cannons that the Sarma has, but with any artillery this can actually work pretty well if you have a good amount of ammo loaded into your magazine. Okay, very minimal damage. Not the best, but also not the worst. Yeah, this is pretty much how this thing is meant to be used. There is another question which I have and you might also have, and I have no idea the answer to that, and that is, can the Cerberus class intercept cruise missiles? You know what? Let's find out. I literally have no idea. I've never tried this before. And so, welcome to Gerard, where right now I'm going to demonstrate to you how the Cerberus class can intercept missiles. Well, if it can, anyhow. So, here is how we're going to do the test. One of the Cerberus class ships is landed over here, and the other ship... What's wrong with him? Is he okay? Okay, never mind. So, one of them is landed here, and the other, right here, is flying. And basically, we're just going to shoot a couple of cruise missiles at each of them and see how they do. So let's first shoot at the one that is landed. Let's shoot a couple of them. Landed test. Will it cruise missile? Let's see. Alright, I am not going to lift myself off the ground, I'm just going to shoot it. Okay, first cruise missile is down. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that this also depends on your own sort of reaction time and skill to use the CWIS systems to shoot off the missile. So if this second test goes badly because of my aim, I'll try again on a fresh ship. Alright, let's get a good bearing on this thing. Alright, so the second test, this thing has not survived. I'm pretty sure I hit most of the shots on the missile, but I think I might have missed at least some of the shots, but okay, that's the landing demonstration. Let's see how this thing does against missiles when flying. Now, I guess one thing you can try when it's flying, when your ship is flying, is that whilst you shoot at the missile, you can also boost upwards. And you could use the thruster heat to destroy the missile. Kind of like those... Kind of like what the ancient Slavic people did. Oh wait, this thing should take off right now. Yeah, it's gonna take off. So same thing, 2 missiles at the flying Cerberus class though, and see how this thing does. I'll try to boost upwards and shoot at it. Maybe it'll have a better chance at surviving. Alright, where's the missile? This thing literally did not survive. It seems that the Cerberus class is kind of fragile though. Alright, you know what? Let's repeat this test one more time and see how this goes. Alright, so I'm sending one of the ships to fly, and I'm going to immediately send a missile after it. So here we go. Alright, let's see if I can survive this now. Maybe I need to boost up more earlier. Okay, so boosting up doesn't really work with this build. Let's try doing the same thing, but this time I'll try to shoot it down. So instead of evasive maneuvers, let's try to actually shoot it down. where's the missile? Okay, it's right there. Now, I think this was actually a good enough demonstration to show that the Cerberus class is not the best at intercepting missiles. It does have a chance if you aim correctly and you fire at the missile at the right time when you're landed, but more than likely that ship is either going to die or get so damaged that it's basically irreparable. And so, you know what, with this information now being known, let's get back to the building site. Alright, and welcome back to the building site, where I actually wanted to say one thing about this design right here. The original design actually had the thrusters over like this, and the landing gear was made sort of like this right here. This right here, what you're seeing, was the original design, but what I've decided to do is just replace the engines and the landing gear. This is just a design change because I feel like the ship was more flawed if these thrusters were more exposed. I feel like the thrusters here are more protected in a way, and also it actually does improve the way this thing flies in battle. So yeah, this is just a design change. Otherwise, this is the same ship as originally was designed. And in the Wall of Lead playthrough, I'll try to make the same change to the ships of this class and see how this goes. But that is going to be it for this one. I hope you have enjoyed this build, and if you want to get it yourself, I'll post the design into the builds Google Drive, which the link for it will be down in the description of this video and the others. But okay, thank you very much for watching, and my fellow Tarhans, happy building!